In this video, we're going to be going over success habits, and I'm going to be following through with our playlist for the Home Business Academy review for 2026. And like I said before in other videos, I'm going to be breaking this down in small chunks and, to where you can pretty much see the whole entire system. And because the system is so awesome, because there's so much, I decided to break it down in small bite-sized chunks for you instead of one long video. So let me jump right into it. I kind of gave you an overview of the Let's Go app when I think I shot my last video on this, and I don't know if I covered this, but every morning when you first get onto the app, it will greet you with a quote that you can use to start your day. It feels good. And in case I forget it through one of my videos, you can also bring up these quotes while you're doing something like reading to help you focus. So I have technically 3 screens, but I primarily use 2 of these screens, and I can have this quote on one screen while I work or read on the other screen. It's pretty cool feeling. I'll be shooting this video really quick, but in case you want access to this app, definitely click the link at the top of the description of this video at any time that you want to grab it. All right, so I'm going to turn on my demo mode. I may have told you guys about this before. Let me move this over so I can see. All right, so I'm going to go to my settings real quick. I'm going to just turn on my privacy mode. I should be good for the most part, but let's see. I'm gonna go back to home. So once you start your app, I pretty much went down a line of each thing. I'm gonna dive into it so you can see what's inside of here. I'll probably cover the meditation and maybe the visualization part, but ultimately you see all of these items that's here right now. This is the part where you get to decide what order you want these routines in. So you can start off with the settings, how it is in the app right now to see how it fits you. Or you could adjust it as you go. I adjusted mine about twice to fit the way my morning usually runs. So you can go into the settings and then you can go to the morning routine settings. And this is where you can enable a reminder in the morning to do this morning routine, and you can say what time you want that reminder set for. You can also uncheck some of the things you might not want to do. And then ultimately you can move it around. Okay, so you can reorder it back here. Just make sure you save your changes once you do that, and your morning routine should be good to go. If you set it today and you want to use it today, you should be able to do that by simply clicking the reset. Okay, right, you just click that. But ultimately you'll have your morning thing here. It looks slightly different on the phone. Ultimately it's the same thing. So I can go ahead and click meditate and pray, and this is where you can set your timer in order to make sure you don't fall asleep or something like that, or just maybe you want to start off with meditation or prayer at a couple minutes. Maybe you're not used to this yet, and so you'll set a couple minutes and you reach that goal, and maybe in a week or two you set it up. I like a good 15 minutes for my meditation, and then it has some guidance here that you can read in order to get an idea of what you can do. So a lot of people may be like, I don't know what meditation is. You can kind of read this here. You can also reset it. Oh, I'm sorry. I think after you play it, you can reset it. So, all right. So the prayer guide is another option you can have. You can do one or the other or both, whatever, meets your needs in the morning. I'll have a guidance here for your prayer. And then if you want to add a time limit on that, you can, or, you can do whatever you do. But once you do that prayer or meditation, your piece is done. And I really like to keep pretty much all of my routines kind of short and simple to make sure I get through it. So when I first started this, I was struggling with my routines, mainly because I was trying to do so much. Once you're done, you mark it complete. You pretty much checked off the meditation off your list. And if you hadn't noticed, it was a do later. So I rarely use this that much now because I have it in the order that I want to do my morning routine. But in case you want to do something later for whatever reason, maybe life, family interrupted in the morning, which happens, you can just click on do later. If you want to pause your morning routine for the day, you can go ahead and click on the tree. Okay. And that'll bring you back. And as you can see, if I go back to my morning routine, I will be starting off with the visualization piece, which is pretty cool. I think I'll cover this in the next video. Maybe I'll cover the visualize and the purpose and affirmation, however it goes, but I'm trying to keep these really short for you. And ultimately, once you do this morning routine, you'll feel better. You might look better because energy doesn't lie, right? So you might even look better to people that you go around. You'll carry better energy, and you'll start a more purposeful day. And to be honest, before I close this video out, this stuff a lot of people can look over because it's hard to sometimes believe into something you cannot see, unless it's like your religion, your faith. A lot of times it's not really easy to believe in something you cannot see. So wrapped up in this, morning routines are powerful things that you can do each and every day that literally changes your subconscious mind. So if you ever been in a place where you don't understand why you keep starting and stopping something, you don't understand why you can't change habits that you want to change, you don't understand how come, you have these different experiences with different humans and the same type of circumstances, meaning you may say something like, every person that I meet always use me, or something like that. And that may be something that's true to you in your world, but it's not really that every person that you meet wants to use you. It's really that thinking for some reason that you need to change. So you would do something like affirmations. We'll get into that in a later video, but you would do something like affirmations to change that whole experience up. And then when you change that up and you start to repeat it over and over and over again, there's something in the brain that happens that just flips the switch for you. And you'll start finding people that want to give more than they want to take from you, that has a more authentic relationship, a more enjoyable relationship. And that's the magic that most people don't see. They just see kind of like a boring morning routine, but it's powerful. Don't overlook it in your life, period. That's all I have for you in this video. We'll talk about more of this stuff later in the other videos. If you want to grab this app or any of the products within the Home Business Academy, definitely click on the link at the top of the description of this video, and you'll be able to get more information. I'll see you on the top.